Mr. Steve Pick, and Mr. Mike Latowski.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we can't hear you very well. Okay, back here at Skyview High School. The Fort Morgan starting lineup is brought to you by Blodorn Lumber. At blodornlumber.com, browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Whether you're a contractor or painting your living room, at Blodorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Visit Blodorn Lumber in Fort Morgan at 130 State Street. Tonight for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, the starting lineup is Samantha Scott, Lauren Staley, Christina Frick, Lindsay Nest, and Aurora Baca. The opening tip is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. With 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. The opening tip does go to the Skyview Wolverines. Steal, but by Christina Frick, knocked out of bounds by Jacqueline of Skyview. So Samantha Scott to inbounds to the left of their basket. She looks to get it in, does get it into Lindsay Nestor. Lindsay Nestor back out to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley shot it up and out. Rebounded by Stewart of Skyview. And now Jillian Shue, a sophomore, brings it up across half court. She's being guarded by Samantha Scott. Shue gets it back from Jacqueline. Shue drives it down into the lane and pulls it back out. She gets it out to Shegsworth. Hope I'm not killing that name too hard. So knocked out of bounds by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Skyview to inbounds in their right corner. They do get it into Jacqueline. Now back to Shue. Shue holds it out high against Scott. Stan tries to pass it and finally does out to the right wing to Escabel. Now back over to Jacqueline, and her 3 is up and no good, rebounded by Frick. Now they get it down to Staley. Left elbow, Staley drives it over to the right elbow. Now it's going to be taken away by Skyview. Now over to Stewart, back to Shue. And the 3 is going to be taken, but off the rim and no good by Escabel. Going to be a rebound by Christina Frick, and there's going to be a foul on the play. And I believe that's going to go on number 5, Escabel. That'll be her first. So Fort Morgan to inbounds far into the court. Looks like Skyview will put on a full court press, and they immediately just throw it away. So a turnover by the Fort Morgan Mustangs as Lucero comes in for the Wolverines. Tipped away by Scott, but Lucero gets it back. Now over to Escabel. Escabel puts it underneath to number 44, and that is going to be up and good for Stewart. Claudia Stewart is a 6-foot senior. So now Christina Frick gets it into Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley's little jumper from the right side is up and good. 2-2 here with 5:42 to go in the first period of play here from Skyview. Now as the Wolverines work the ball around the perimeter, back to Jacqueline. Now back to Escabel. Her shot is going to be up and good. Must just be a 2. So now Lauren Staley hustles it down. She's going to take it all the way. She shuffles it off to Christina Frick, but I believe there's going to be a foul on the pass that Lauren Staley had. That's going to go against number 33, Revere.
That is her first.
Zuxworth, number 33. So 2 team fouls on the Wolverines so far, none on the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs. They do get the ball in. Shot to the left side is up and good. That was good by Nestor. Nice jump shot from the right side by Nestor. So now Escabel picks up her dribble, throws it over to Jacqueline. Back to Escabel. Now into the corner to Lucero. She drives the baseline, gets it underneath to number 44. So 4 points on the night for Stewart. Now there's going to be a foul in the backcourt on number 11, and that is Lucero. So foul in the backcourt. So 3 team fouls on the Skyview Wolverines. Now pass up to Christina Frick. Frick gets it into Aurora Baca. Aurora Baca's shot is up and no good. Blocked by Stark. Now they get it off to Escabel. She works it up the court. Gets it over into the right corner to Lucero. And she's going to lose it out of bounds. Turnover by Skyview off of Lucero. Now Aurora Baca to inbounds. Far side, they get it into Lindsay Nestor. Back to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley gets it across half court, being counted out there by Jacqueline. Now over here to the corner to Nestor. Her little jumper from the left side is up and no good. Rebounded and then finally lost out of bounds by Aurora Baca. So Skyview to inbounds. Close court here under the Mustang basket. They do get it into Lucero. Lucero back to Escabel. Escabel being guarded by Frick. Now over into the corner to Jacqueline. Back to Escabel. 3:44 to go in the first period. 6-4 Skyview. Now Lucero goes left corner. Now back up to Jacqueline. She's going to try to drive the right side. Shot is going to be up and in and out. Rebounded by Lauren Staley. Have a fast break here. Lauren Staley. She's going to take it up, and her shot is going to be no good, but she was fouled on the play. Let's see who they put that on. So 2 on Lucero. So Staley going to the line to shoot 2. First shot is up and no good. Friday night in that game, she was 17 of 20 from the free throw line. She had 29 points Friday night. Kinsey Wincheimer now in for Christina Frick. So shot number 2 up and good for Lauren Staley. So 3 points on the night for Staley. 3:22 to go, 6-5 in favor of Skyview. Now Gonzalez back out to Jacqueline. Jacqueline for a long 3, and that is up and no good. Rebounded by Staley. Staley working up against Jacqueline. Now to Samantha Scott. Scott back to Staley in the left corner. Staley all the way to the paint. Now she kicks it out to Wincheimer. In and out. It's going to be off of Aurora Baca and out of bounds. Fort Morgan still down 6-5, 2:48 to go here in the first period of play from Skyview. Jacqueline now picks up her dribble in the corner, gets it back out to Escabel. Escabel being guarded by Wincheimer. She spins, moves down into the lane, and then kicks it down to Stewart. She must have stepped out of bounds. We're sitting at one end of the court, so it was a turnover there.
32.
So Abby Mussman in now for Lauren Staley for the Mustangs. Get it into Lindsay Nestor. Back to Kinsey Wincheimer. Kinsey Wincheimer gets it to Scott. Scott drives it down to the lane and up and good by Samantha Scott. Nice drive there by Scott. So the Lady Mustangs now up 7-6 with 2:11 to go here. First period. As Escabel drives it down the left side against Wincheimer. And back out to Jacqueline. She drives down the right side. She picks up her dribble. Now to Gonzalez, back over to Escabel, left high wing. She picks up left corner to Gonzalez. Shot up and no good by Stark. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Minute 44 to go first period. Kinsey Winsheimer being guarded on the right side. Now to Scott. Now to Lindsay Nestor. Now to Laura Bach in the lane. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Stark. And Stark comes down with it. And a nice tie-up there by Lindsay Nestor. So the possession will go to the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs. So Lauren Staley back into the game for the Mustangs. They do get it in to Lauren Staley, and her shot, I'm going to say Staley has out of bounds. The turnover by the Mustangs, up 7-6 with a minute 25 to go here, first period. Jacqueline now over to Escabel. Escabel brings it up court, going to be guarded by Kinsey Winsheimer. Spin move down the right side, out towards the right wing. Jacqueline now takes it down the lane. Her shot is going to be up and good. Jacqueline. So now a blocking foul. It's going to be on Escabel. That is 2 on Escabel. So Lucero and Escabel both have 2 fouls apiece. So far, no fouls committed by the Lady Mustangs, down 8-7. 5 team fouls against the Skyview Wolverines. Now up to Abby Mussman. Abby Mussman drives it down the lane. Her pass is going to be out of bounds. So Abby Mussman is a 5'7" freshman. Michaela Forsythe, also a freshman, but she is not available tonight. She hurt her ankle last Friday night in the JV game, so she's not available for the Mustangs tonight. So shoot into the lane, up and no good. Rebounded by Nestor to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley drives it down the lane. Oh, it's going to be a pass over to Frick. Frick's shot to the left side is off the rim and no good. It's going to be off of Skyview and belong to the Mustangs with 31.5 seconds to go. First period. Skyview up 8-7. Mussman to pull the trigger here on the inbound. Gets it into Winsheimer. Winsheimer's shot is up and off the rim and no good. Rebounded to Shoe for Skyview. 22 seconds to go. We'll see if they hold it up here for the last shot of the quarter. Over to Jacqueline in the corner. Now back out to Shoe out high. Shoe is going to stop. Now over to Zugsworth. Now to Jacqueline. 6 seconds. Her shot's going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Christina Frick. So Lauren Staley with a long shot. So at the end of the first period, the Skyview Wolverines 8, the Fort Morgan Mustangs 7 on B106 and B106.com. Okay, back here at Skyview High School, where the Lady Mustangs find themselves on 8-7 at the start of the second period. See who the Skyview Wolverines will have first possession here of the second quarter. As Shoe brings it down the right side, and she spin moves, pulls up her dribble, kicks it out to Gonzalez. High right wing, now back to Shoe. Right corner, she dribbles it into the lane, going to kick it out to the left corner to Jacqueline. They're going to call her for a travel. So another turnover by the Skyview Wolverines. Scott with the ball, gets it across half court. Drives it down the left side, pulls up her dribble. Now the ball's going to be stolen on a bad pass. Shugsworth gets it, and now the long three is going to be up and off the rim. It's no good by Jacqueline, but knocked out of bounds by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So Skyview to inbound right of their basket. Sugschwert Looks to get it in, keeps looking. Now they get it into Shu. Shu is long, three is off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley hustles it down, keeps the dribble alive. She's going to go all the way down and up and good for Staley. First 2 points of the second quarter go to the Mustangs. Lauren Staley, 5 points on the night for Staley. Now Jacqueline pass down court to Gonzalez, back out to Sugsworth. Now back to Gonzalez, out to Shu out high. She's being guarded by Scott. Lady Mustangs up now 9-8. Poked away by Samantha Scott into the back court. She goes back and picks it up. Being guarded by Scott. Still no team fouls yet on the Mustangs until now. I believe that will go on Samantha Scott. And it does. That will be her first, team first. So Skyview, the inbounds left of their basket as they try to get it in. And they keep looking to get it in. They do get it into Jacqueline. Jacqueline to Shu. Shu out high, holds the ball. Now back over to Zugsworth. She dribbles down the right side, kicks it over to Gonzalez in the right corner. Right, she looks to get it back out and gets it out to Stewart. Stewart is a 6-foot senior. Now out to Shu. She drives it down the left side, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Lauren Staley. Now Samantha Scott drives it down. Little shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Abby Mussman. Her shot, her pass, finally taken away by Samantha Scott. Corralled by Lauren Staley. So the Mustangs still with the ball up 9-8 with 5:48 to go. Laura Baca has it. Now kicks it out to Abby Mussman. Her shot should be blocked. Just on the end line. So Mustangs will inbound to the left of their basket. Lindsay Nestor into the Mustang lineup for Abby Mussman. Now look to get it in. They do get it into Frick on the left side. Back underneath to Scott. Shot up and no good. Going to have a jump ball now. And that will belong to the Mustangs. Nice tie up there. Nice hustle by Lindsay Nestor to tie up the ball. So Scott to inbound with 5:34 to go. Morgan up 9-8 into Frick and then back to Aurora Paca. Nice shot from the left side up and good. 11-8 now for the Mustangs. Now she holds it out against Scott. Keeps her dribble alive. Poked away, but she goes back and gets it. Then it's going to be off of her foot. Nice pressure there by the Fort Morgan Mustangs to create the turnover. So for the Mustangs, we have Frick, Baca, Scott, Staley, and Nestor on the floor. With 5:10 to go, second period. Lindsay Nestor's shot is going to be no good. That's going to be off of Skyview and out of bounds baseline. Scott now to inbounds left of the Morgan basket. Get it into Christina Frick. Frick's little jumper is off the rim and no good. But rebounded by Jacqueline of Skyview. She gets it over to Shu. Shu straightaway three is off the rim and no good. See who it's off of. I'm going to say it's off of the Mustangs. So Skyview to inbound is baseline left of their basket. They get it into Shu in the corner. Look to get it underneath, but it was not open underneath. Nice tip out of bounds by Lindsay Nestor, I believe, who knocked it out of bounds. They were trying to get it underneath to Stark. So now the Skyview Wolves make a substitution here. They're trying to get the ball in, and they do get it in, and that's going to be a three, and off the back of the rim and no good for Shu. Rebounded by Christina Frick. Frick to Nestor. Now Nestor to Scott. Scott being guarded by Sugsworth. Gets it back to Nestor front court. Down to Frick and then into Baca, and Baca's shot is up and no good, but she will go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 15, Selena Rosales, that is her first.
That is her first. So Aurora Baca will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So Baca's first free throw is up and good. Premier Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. They understand and are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. Second shot, no good. Mustangs now with a 4-point lead, 12-8 with 4:18 to go, second period. Now it's Clarissa Hale drives it down the lane, knocked away from her, then she picks it back up, back to Jacqueline. Jacqueline out to Hale. Her 3 is up and no good, rebounded by Scott. Scott now to Frick. Frick to Lauren Staley. Her shot up and no good, but rebounded by Sugshort, and then lost out of bounds on the pass to the sideline. Kinsey Winsheimer in for the Mustangs, and Aurora Baca to take a break. Now Christina Frick to inbounds, corner to Staley. Staley, her shot is up and no good, out of bounds and off of Skyview. So Scott inbounds left of the side of the basket, get it into Staley. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Hale of Skyview, being guarded by Christina Frick. A nice steal by Frick. So Frick's little jumper is up and no good, but rebounded by Scott. Scott tries to back under. They're going to call her for 3 seconds, so turnover by the Mustangs. Scott didn't have anywhere to go with it. She got pinned under the basket. Now Fort Morgan with full court pressure. As Jacqueline, nice job here, made her step out on the sideline. Excuse me. So now Fort Morgan to inbounds near side. They do get it into Staley down low in the left corner. Into Scott. Scott now to Winsheimer. Winsheimer's shot is up and good from the right elbow.
Number 14, Kinsey Winsheimer.
So now the Fort Morgan Mustangs now lead 14-8.
Timeout Skyview.
Skyview is going to take a timeout, but it's just going to be a 30-second timeout. State Farm Insurance, open State Farm Insurance office of Craig Mullen and Brush. Helping find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call today, 842-4555. MMI International. Before your next mixer or feeder truck purchase, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. They continually outperform our competitors, hands down. Call them at 842-5161. Valley View Villa, look for Aspen Rehabilitation inside Valley View Villa for your sports rehab, short-term or long-term care needs. Stop by 815 Fremont or call them today, 867-8261. So Fort Morgan still putting on the pressure here as Skyview gets the ball in. Kinsey Winsheimer guarding Rosales. Rosales gets it across half court. Mustangs up 14-8, 2:55 to go here, second period. Hale now right corner, stolen, taken away by Scott, and then immediately tied up again, so the possession will go to Skyview. Skyview to inbounds baseline. Look to get it in. They get it into Jacqueline, and then back to Gonzalez. They're going to call a foul, I believe, underneath on the Mustangs. It's her second. Only 2 team fouls on the Mustangs, and both of them on Samantha Scott. Now into the corner to Jacqueline. Her shot is going to be up and off the rim and no good. Rebounded and lost out of bounds by the Skyview Wolverines. Skyview
Substitution for the Mustangs, number 32.
Trying a lot of three-point shots here tonight, and have yet to connect on any of them. I think that's their biggest problem here. They're not working it in. They have some height inside if they would go to it. Now Abby Mussman in for the Mustangs. She gets it down to Lauren Staley. Knocked away from Lauren Staley, but they're going to call a foul on the reach-in. So Staley will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Number 3, Aspen Jackman. That is her first.
Jackman, her first. So Staley
Number 12, Lauren Staley.
will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. We'll see if she can continue what she did the other night. First one was off the rim, no good, but rebounded by Nestor. Her shot up and no good, and then rebounded by Skyview, but a foul on the rebound.
Foul number 33, Lindsay.
That's going to go on Lindsay Nestor.
That's her first.
So Staley only 1 of 3 so far from the free throw line tonight. For the Mustangs, that one came up just short, hit the front of the rim, and didn't go in. The clock is not there. It finally got to go, and they're giving them a little extra time, I guess. So underneath to Skyview, it's Stark underneath and taken away by Frick. Now to Mussman. Mussman down the right side. Now to Staley, and her shot is going to be blocked out of bounds. So Fort Morgan to retain possession here, left of their basket.
Returning to the line.
2:07 to go here. Second period. Fort Morgan up 14-8. Look to get the ball in. Keep looking. Now they get it into Nestor. Nestor goes up from the left side. Is up and good for Nestor.
Number 33, Lindsay Nestor.
5 points on the night for Nestor. Now Fort Morgan still with a full court pressure as they get it into Stewart. Stewart passes it off to Rosales. Rosales tries to get on the right side, and she is going to be called for the travel and out of bounds. So nice pressure down low by the Mustangs. As the Fort Morgan Mustangs up 8 with 1:46 to go in the second period. Lauren Staley, right elbow now into Nestor, and her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Sugsworth. She gets it out to Rosales. They get instructions from their coach. And they're going to call a double dribble on Rosales. Another unforced turnover by Skyview. 1:24 to go here in the second period. Fort Morgan 16, Skyview 8. Fort Morgan inbounds backcourt. Debbie Mussman gets it across the half-court line, and her shot is going to be out of the reach of Kinsey Winsheimer and out of bounds. So another turnover by the Mustangs.
Substitution for Wolverines, number 11, Andrea Musella.
Wolverines to inbounds near side. They do get it into Jacqueline. Jacqueline gets it up across half court and gets it down to Stark. Stark's layup is up and no good, rebounded by Nestor. Nestor now gets it out to Staley. Staley over to Mussman on the left side. Her pass is going to be over the head of Kinsey Winsheimer, far side, and out of bounds. So now Baca comes in for Nestor with 58 and a half seconds to go.
Mustangs, number 34, Aurora.
Now as Skyview gets it in, they get it into Lucero. Lucero being guarded by Winsheimer. Keeps the dribble alive. Kicks it over to Sugsworth. Now it's going to go underneath to Stewart. Stewart's shot is going to be up and no good. She gets her own rebound. The shot is going to be up and good for Stewart. 6 points on the Stewart. 35 seconds to go here in first half. As Abby Mussman has the ball left side. She gets it down to Winsheimer, and Winsheimer will knock it off of Lucero as she was pinned in the corner. Nice job there by Winsheimer to get out of that predicament. Now Scott comes in for Mussman. 25.8 seconds to go here in the first half. Fort Morgan up 16-10. Now to Winsheimer. Winsheimer back to Scott with 19 seconds. Scott to Frick. To Staley. Staley, little maneuver on the left side. Shot up and no good. She gets her own rebound though and goes up with it off the glass and in and out. Rebounded by Bach and taken away by Lucero with 5 seconds to go. Lucero, her shot is going to be off the backboard and no good. So at the end of the first half, the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs find themselves up 16 to 10.
The Mustangs of Fort Morgan 16, your Skyview Flames.
Okay, back here at Skyview High School. This Mustang halftime show is brought to you by High Plains Bank. Hometown service on a higher plane at High Plains Bank. Excuse me, visit the friendly staff at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins for assistance in opening a loan, equity line of credit, or checking account. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank. So here before the start of the second half, the girls' standings in the 4A Colorado 7 League, Elizabeth is at 5-0. Weld Central stands at 4-1. Vista Peak 3-2. Fort Lefton at 3-3. Fort Morgan 2-3. Skyview at 1-4, and Englewood is winless, 0-5 so far in league play. And as always, to receive scoring updates at the end of each quarter, follow us on Twitter at B106 and turn on mobile notifications. So here at the start of the second period, the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs will have possession first, up 16 to 10. Samantha Scott to Staley, back to Scott. Scott into the lane, and her shot's gonna be blocked by Stewart. So now Escobar gets it down across half court. Dribbles over to the left side. She passes it off to Jacqueline. Jacqueline looks to go down the right side. Going to be passed underneath, but taken away and then gotten back by Skyview. As Escobar takes control of it out at the right wing. Now she passes it off to the right side, back out to Lucero. Lucero tries to spin into the lane, has to kick it back out. Lucero gets it back on the right side. Now Escobar back to Lucero. Now Jacqueline with a three, and that is up and no good. Rebounded though by Skyview. Now to Sugsworth. Now at 2 is up and no good by the Skyview Wolverines, and out of bounds. Laura Baca to inbounds for the Lady Mustangs. Scott now brings it up across half court. Looks to the coach to get her instructions. Now passes it off to Staley. Staley to Nesker. Nesker underneath. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded. Then they're going to have a tie-up underneath. Possession will go to Skyview. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs will put on a full court press here. They have not got the ball in yet. Now they get it in, and Escobar gets it back from Sugsworth. As Escobar keeps the dribble alive out front. 6:25 to go. Fort Morgan up 16 to 10 still. Now over on the left side to Lucero. She drives the left baseline. Like a good block. They're going to call a foul on the Mustangs, so Lucero will go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul number 10, Samantha Scott. That's her third.
They're going to call that on Scott.
Shooting 2, number 11, Andrea Lucero.
3 on Scott. Lucero to go to the line to shoot 2. Lucero's first shot is going to be off the rim and no good. B&B Appliance. Appliance carries a full lineup in stock and ready to be delivered. Whirlpool Appliances. With the world moving towards more green energy, it's time for you to recycle the old and get in with the new. New appliances, that is, at B&B Appliance. And that shot didn't even get the rim, so that will be out of bounds to the Mustangs. So now Skyview to press the Mustangs. going to be taken away by number 5. Then they're going to have a foul called on the shot. Going to go to the line to shoot 2 will be Escabel.
Foul number 24, Christina Frick,
her first. So 2 team fouls here in the second half for the Mustangs. None so far on Skyview. That free throw is up and good for Escabel. So 3 points on the night for Escabel. She keeps that dribble alive. The next shot is up and also good by Escabel. So 4 points on the night for Escabel. Both going to be taken away again by the Wolverines. Now taken back again by Staley. Now over to Scott. Scott now to Frick down the left side. Now underneath to Nestor, but it's going to be taken away, then taken back by Nestor. Now Staley, she passes under to Baca. Shot is going to be blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Stewart. So that will send Samantha Scott to the line to shoot 2. Fort Morgan up only 4 now, 16-12. Samantha Scott goes to the line to shoot 2. First shot is off the rim and no good. Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for home improvement projects. Ackley Building Center, located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush, is your one-stop shop for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. Second shot for Scott is up and good. 3 points on the night for Samantha Scott. Now Lucero gets the ball down court. She gets it underneath to Sugsworth, and she goes down back to Lucero. Lucero back to Sugsworth, back to Lucero. Lucero, they get it into Stewart. Stewart's shot is going to be up and no good. Saved by Aurora Baca into Nestor. Now to going to be taken away. They have a jump ball called here. In possession now should be to the Mustangs. So Fort Morgan to inbounds far side in front of the Skyview bench. Aurora Baca looks to get it in. They get it into Nestor. Nestor to Lauren Staley across half court. Staley with a long 3 is up and good off the backboard for Staley. Nice 3 there by Staley. 8 points on the night for Staley. Now Escabel being guarded by Frick. Gets it to Lucero. Lucero drives it down the lane. Kicks it back out. Now Lucero gets it back from Jacqueline. Lucero dribbles into the lane, then back out to Lucero. Lucero's shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Stewart, and her shot is up and she gets her own rebound. Her shot finally goes in for Stewart. 8 points on the night for Stewart. They get the ball across court to Frick. Frick now to Staley. Staley into the lane. Her shot is going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Lucero. Lucero gets it down, but it's going to be knocked away by Baca. Back to Stewart, though. Now to Lucero, back out to Sugsworth. Now back out to Escabel. Fort Morgan up 6, 20-14 with 4 minutes to go here, third period. Lucero gets it into Jacqueline. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded, though, to Aurora Baca. Now there's going to be a foul on Jacqueline in the backcourt. That would be 2 on Jacqueline. 2 team fouls on the Skyview Wolverines here in the third period. 2 on the Lady Mustangs also. So Kinsey Winsheimer into the ball game for the Lady Mustangs as Aurora Baca takes the seat. Lady Mustangs get the ball up court to Samantha Scott. Scott gets it into the right corner to Staley. Staley picks up her dribble. Now to Frick in the lane. Her shot is off the rim and no good. It's going to go out of bounds. Oh, they said last touch by Skyview. The former to inbounds to Scott. Scott to Nestor from the left side. Shot is up and no good. I think they're going to call a foul on Staley going over the back. We'll see if that's who they end up putting it on. It will go on Staley her first.
That's her first.
Skyview to inbounds far end as they get it up across half court. That would be Jacqueline. Jacqueline now gives it up to Escabel out high. She's being guarded by Scott. Scott dumps it off to Jacqueline, left corner. Now back out to Lucero. Lucero, they get it underneath to Stewart. Stewart tries to go for the shot, up and no good. Rebounded by Stewart. Shot up, no good again. Shot was no good. Now finally off of the hand of Lucero and out of bounds on the far side. Looked like they could have called something there on the Lady Mustangs. It was getting pretty rough under there on the shots, but nothing called. So Kinsey Winsheimer now with the ball for the Mustangs, get it to Lindsay Staley. And Frick on the left side. Her first 2 points of the night for Frick. Up 22-14 now. They're the Mustangs. 2:40 to go, third period. Escabel now underneath to Lucero. Lucero's shot is going to be no good. But Stewart with the rebound up and no good. And now, nice job there by Frick. Frick back to Scott. As the Lady Mustangs look to get it up across half court. And Scott's pass is going to go out of bounds.
Substitution for Mustangs number 32, Abby Mussman.
By the Mustangs. Scott goes out. Abby Mussman comes in. As the Lady Mustangs up 8, 22-14. 2:15 to go, third period. Now Sugsworth gets it back out to Jacqueline. Jacqueline over on the left side to Lucero. Lucero looking to get it underneath. They're going to call Lucero for the travel. So the Fort Morgan Lady Mustang inbounds in front of the Skyview bench. Lucero is she didn't look very big. She's only a 4'11" sophomore. Mackenzie Winsheimer for a three in and out. And off of Skyview is the rebound. So Fort Morgan will retain possession. They will inbound baseline left of the Morgan basket. As Abby Mussman looks to get the ball in. They get it into Staley, left corner. She's going to put up a shot to the left side and is an air ball for Staley, rebounded by Skyview. As Escabel gets it up across half court, being guarded by Mussman. Now over into the left corner, and that is Jacqueline. Her three is off the rim and no good. It's going to be a tie-up between Frick and Stark. So possession arrow goes to the Skyview Wolverines with 1:29 to go, third period. Fort Morgan up 22-14. Oh, nice steal by Lauren Staley. Baseline now. She gives it off to Kinsey Winsheimer. Winsheimer now to Abby Mussman. Now to Frick on the right side. Her shot's going to be over the rim and no good. And then they're going to call a travel after Jacqueline rebounds the ball at the baseline. Laura Baca and Samantha Scott come in for Nestor and Staley. Now Scott the inbounds baseline left of the Mustang basket. Winsheimer tries a three from deep. It hits the backboard and is rebounded by the Lady Wolverines. Fort Morgan still up 22-14. Now as Stark gets it in to Stewart. Now Stark gets it back underneath, and her shot is going to be up and no good, but she is going to be fouled on the shot. So Stark will go to the line to shoot two. Baca's first. The only anybody that's really in foul trouble for the Lady Mustangs is Scott with three, Staley with one, Frick with one, Nestor, and Baca also with one. First free throw is up and no good by Stark. Stark now with her second shot up and no good, but rebounded. Oh, nice job there by Aurora Baca. Then there's going to be a foul on the outlet pass, and that's going to go against Sugsworth. That will be her second.
Number 33, Bailey Sugsworth.
Stark was shooting 50% from the free throw line, 21 of 42. But came up empty there on both shots. 40 seconds to go, third period. Fort Morgan up 22-14. Winsheimer to Frick at left corner. Now back out to Winsheimer out high. She gets over. Oh, she's going to. Scott loses it out of bounds. She couldn't run it down once it got through her hands. So 31.9 seconds to go. Third period as Escabel brings the ball up across half court. They're probably going to look here to get the last shot. Now Jacqueline over to Stewart. Stewart, we're going to call a foul on Baca. It will be 2 on Baca. We'll see if it's on the... She will shoot 2. So Stewart will go to the line. Claudia Stewart to the line. Rush Grocery Cart. Stop, shop, and save on all your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. You can also pay your public service bill and access Western Union. Rush Grocery Cart at 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. First shot for Stewart was up and good. 9 points on the night for Stewart. Next shot is going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded to Frick. So 10 seconds to go here. Third period, and underneath the Mussman shot is up and good. So with 3 seconds to go, they're going to shot it up and off the rim and no good. Almost went in there for Escabel. So at the end of the third period, the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs lead 24-15 on B106 and B106.com. Okay, back here at Skyview High School, started the fourth period. The Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs up 24-15. As Fort Morgan has possession of the ball to start the period. A nice shot under the basket by Baca. Nice feed from outside by Scott. So 26-15 for the Lady Mustangs, now up 11. Now in the corner, they're going to call a travel on Revere of Skyview. So another turnover by Skyview. Now Baca to inbounds to Samantha Scott. Scott with 3 fouls on her. Baca with 2. Now Nestor drives down the left side, kicks it out to Staley. Staley, nice shot from the left baseline, is up and good. So 10 points on the night for Staley. Knocked out of bounds far end by the Lady Mustangs. They're putting on somewhat of a press. Now as Escabel gets it up across half court, 7 minutes to go here in the game, 28-15 for the Mustangs. Escabel baseline now to Stark. Stark shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded. They're going to call I believe they have a foul called. They're going to call a foul on Revere.
Substitutions for Wolverines, number 13,
for the Mustangs, we have Lauren Staley. On the court, we have Abby Mussman, Aurora Baca, Samantha Scott, and Lindsay Nestor. On the court, now Lauren Staley, left baseline. She gets it into Nestor, now underneath to Baca, I believe, yes, Baca. A nice job there. Now they're going to have a turnover at the far end. Nice defense there by the Lady Mustangs as they force the turnover at the far end under their basket. So Scott to inbounds, baseline. Now Aurora Baca, her shot is up and no good. Rebound, but there's going to be a foul call, and that will go against Staley. Morgan up 15, 30-15 with 6:33 to go in the game. 16 fouls on the Lady Mustangs, 4 on the Lady Wolverines. Now as Skyview gets the ball up court, Rosales gets it to Stewart. Stewart back to Rosales. Now a long three is going to be up and good for Jackson. First three on the night. The odds are going to be with them. If they throw up enough of them, eventually they're going to finally make one. Now a turnover by the Mustangs as Samantha Scott is called for the double dribble.
14,
Kinsey Winsheimer into the game for Abby Mussman. For the Mustangs, 6:06 to go. Fort Morgan up 30-18. And Rosales has her dribble against Winsheimer. Over into the corner to Jacqueline. Her three is up and no good. Rebounded by Winsheimer. She gets it out to Staley. Staley loses control of it and it goes back to Jacqueline. Oh, then taken away by the Mustangs. They're going to call an offensive foul. Jacqueline, that will be her third. So Christina Frick in for Aurora Baca. Nice job by Aurora Baca tonight. 9 points on the night for Baca. Doing a lot of her work underneath. Now Scott over to Winsheimer. Winsheimer to Staley, left baseline. She drives the baseline. Now there's going to be a tie-up. And that will belong to the Skyview Wolverines. Fort Morgan still leading 30-18. With 5:32 to go here in the game. Now as Dallas looks to get the ball up across half court. Trying to get the offense set up here for the Wolverines. She's going to get it off to Jacqueline, being guarded by Staley. Now it's going to be taken away by Scott, and she gets it to Staley. Staley drives it down the left side. She's going to stop and pop. In and out, rebounded, not controlled yet, but finally taken by Zugsworth, and then off to Stewart. And they get it up court to Jacqueline. Jacqueline underneath, and the shot is going to be up and good for Gonzalez. First two of the night. Now a 10-point lead for the Mustangs. They get it underneath to taken away by Skyview. So the Mustangs not taking advantage of their possessions here. Still up 10, 30-20 with 4:31 to go in the period. Now Jacqueline, she's going to be called for the travel. I think she wanted to pass it off to Gonzalez, and that just didn't happen. It looks like we're going to have a timeout taken here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs, so we're going to take one with them. With 4:27 to go, Fort Morgan leading 30-20 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Skyview High School with Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel. The Fort Morgan Mustangs up 30-20 with 4:27 to go in the game. Fort Morgan in possession of the ball with Samantha Scott bringing it down court. Now to Christina Frick in the corner underneath the Baca. Now taken away by the Wolverines. Another empty possession here for the Lady Mustangs. They need to take advantage of every possession here to keep this lead up. Now down the lane and underneath to Stewart and up and good. So now an 8-point lead for the Mustangs. Now to Staley. Now they lose it again, taken away by Stewart. Now Rosales brings the ball up court. She's going to keep her dribble alive against Kinsey Winsheimer. Now she passed it off to Gonzalez, back to Rosales. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Lauren Staley. Staley gets it to Scott. Scott gets it up across half court, being guarded by Escabel. Now to Staley, jumper from the right side is no good. Rebounded by Frick, and off the backboard and in for Frick. So 4 points on the night for Frick. Nice rebound and put back by Frick. Get it back up to a 10-point advantage here for the Mustangs with 3 minutes to go. Now another timeout here will be taken by the Skyview Wolverines. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies in G Sweets Bakery, offering cookies, muffins, and sweetbreads made fresh daily. Here with your favorite coffee, lattes, or smoothies flavors, and you are set. Open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday 7 until 4. Stop by and see them at 921 Edison Street in Brush. Colorado Plains Medical Center. Accidents or illnesses can strike at any time, day or night. When they do, every second counts. As a Level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center is ready to handle any type of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center, where expertise matters. So the Lady Wolverines with possession here with 2:59 to go in the game. They do get it into Jacqueline. Jacqueline off to Lucero, over to Rosales, Rosales being guarded by Windcheimer. Down the right side, kicks it out, and Escabel with control of it out front. 2:42 to go. Now back out to Stark out high, now over to Rosales, left wing. Rosales now it's going to, they're going to call a foul on Frick underneath. Be 2 on her, so that should be 7 team fouls. That will be a 1-and-1 for Stark.
Foul number 24, Christina Brick. That is your second person. Shooting the 1-and-1.
So Stark will go to the line. He is 0 for 2 so far tonight. Now we have I think Lindsay Nestor comes in for the Mustangs, and Kinsey Windsheimer will go out. Get a little more size in there for these rebounds. So still a 10-point lead with 2:31 to go here, fourth period for the Mustangs. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded finally by Stewart. Stewart kicks it out to Jacqueline. Jacqueline now to Escabel, right side, now across the court. And shot is going to be up and no good by Rosales. Rebounded by Frick. And they're going to call a foul on Fort Morgan.
Shooting 2, number 5.
She has 4 on her. Escabel will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. That's 18 fouls on the Mustangs. Escabel, her first shot is up and rolled out no good. Rebound, a nice hustle by Frick. She gets it to Scott. Scott gets it across half court. Now to Staley. 2 minutes to go here. Now a shot from the baseline, right baseline by Lindsay Nestor. Big shot there by Nestor. 4 points on the night for Nestor. Now a 12-point lead for the Mustangs with under 2 minutes to go. Minute 55. Shot is going to be up and just grazes rim for Rosales, but Jacqueline runs it down, and then her pass cross court to Escabel goes over her head and out of bounds. So a minute 47 to go in the fourth period. Fort Morgan up 34-22. Baca gets it into Scott. Scott gets it across half court, keeps her dribble alive. Still dribbling out front, now gets it off to Nestor. Her pass underneath is going to be taken away by Stewart. Another turnover by the Lady Mustangs as Jacqueline brings it down court. She's going to go all the way down the right side. No good. Scott with the rebound. She gets it to Nestor, then returned back to Scott with a minute 15 to go here in the fourth period. Now Lauren Staley at the free throw line left side. The shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Jacqueline. And they're going to call a timeout by Skyview. We'll see if it's going to be a 30-second or if it's going to be a full timeout. And it will be a full timeout, so we'll take one with them with 1 minute to go. 34-22. Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs up on B106 and B106.com. Back at Skyview High School with Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel. A minute 8 to go. The Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs up 12, 34-22. So let's see if they can shut this out here on the Skyview Wolverines with 1 minute to go. As Rosales Gets it over to Stark on the right side, excuse me. Now it's going to be lost out of bounds by Skyview. Off of Escabel with 51.3 seconds. So Aurora Bach at the inbounds, a full court pressure here by the Wolverines as they get it into Staley. Staley gets it off to Scott. Finally get it across half court with 43 seconds to go in the game. The Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs will get win number 2 in a row here. They're going to call a foul after the ball was taken away by Escabel. I believe that was on Frick. That is 3. So let's see who goes to the line for a 1-and-1. That will be Escabel. 9 team fouls on Fort Morgan, 5 on Skyview. First shot is up and no good. Rebounded, knocked back out to Escabel underneath the Stark. Stark shot is going to be up and no good. She gets her own rebound. Up and good by Stark. And get it into Scott. 19 seconds. They're going to have a foul called in the back court. That will be on Rosales, I believe.
Foul number 13, Selena Rosales.
There's only 16 fouls, so no shooting fouls yet with 18.6 seconds to go. Fort Morgan up 10, 34-24. Aurora Baca looks to get the ball in. She gets it into Nestor. They're going to have a foul called now on Stark with 15.2 seconds to go. So that will send Lindsay Nestor to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So this year so far Nestor is shooting 61% from the free throw line, so not bad. 28 of 46. Her first shot is up and nothing but net. So 5 points on the night for Nestor. 35-24, 15.2 seconds to go. Nestor's next shot is rattles around and goes in. So 12 points now for the 12-point lead for the Lady Mustangs now. As Jacqueline shoots a 3, that is up and no good with 4 seconds to go. Rebounded to Escabel. That shot is going to be no good. Out of bounds at the buzzer. So at the end of the game, the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs come away victorious, 36-24 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Skyview High School, the Mustang postgame show is brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is a tough part nowadays. But when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust you'll get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. So another nice win here for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs as they are victorious 36-24 over the Lady Wolverines of Skyview. Scoring for the Skyview Wolverines tonight, Jacqueline has 5, Escabel with 4, Gonzalez with 2, Stewart with 11, Stark with 2 for their 24. For the Lady Mustangs, Scott had 3, Staley with 10, Winsheimer with 2, Frick with 4, Mussman with 2, Nestor with 6, and Aurora Baca with 9. The Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs found themselves down 8-7 at the end of the first quarter. At halftime, they were up 16-10. At the end of the third period, up 24-15. And then at the end of the game here, 36-24. So a nice win here by the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs. As far as turnovers and rebounds, the Mustangs ended up with 20 turnovers. The Wolverines had 25. The rebounds we have down as 24 apiece. The Lady Mustangs did a nice job getting some offensive rebounds and putting them back up, and timely defensive rebounds also. So the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs did a nice job tonight with the win over Skyview. Skyview is now 1-5 in league play. The Fort Morgan Mustangs are now at 500 at 3-3. And next up for the Lady Mustangs, they will be at home on Friday against Inglewood, and that will be a 7 o'clock tip for them. B106 and B106.com will be at Inglewood with the boys game, and that is scheduled for a 7:15 tip here on B106 and B106.com. So for Claudia Nickel, this is Brian Nickel, the sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball tonight has been Alan Lance. The final score tonight, once again, the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs 36, the Lady Wolverines from Skyview 24. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.